Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Reinverse Nation, your daily reinforcements. On this channel, let me whisper wise words from some world's famous figures to keep you reinforced. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, was born on the 6th of May 1856 in Freiburg in Rhine, Moravia, Austrian Empire. He was the first of the 8 children born to Jewish Galician parents, Jacob Freud and Amalia Nathanson. Sigmund's initial years were tough as his family was struggling financially. Due to the Panic of 1857, a financial crisis triggered in the U.S. His father lost his business and the family moved to Vienna. In 1865, he was enrolled at the Leopoldstädter Communal Realgymnasium, a renowned school in the region. He proved his mettle as an outstanding student and graduated from high school in 1873. As a young boy, he was passionate about literature and was proficient in a number of languages such as German, French, Italian, Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. He was also an avid reader of Shakespeare's works, which helped him understand human psychology. He studied at the University of Vienna, where he joined the medical faculty and graduated with an MD in 1881. He enjoyed science, but found the idea of practicing medicine exciting. He wanted to pursue neurophysiological research, but could not, owing to financial constraints. He married Martha Bernays in 1886, and the couple had 6 children. Anna, one of his daughters, went on to become one of his greatest supporters and helped him carry out his research in his later years. She also became a prominent psychologist, following in her father's footsteps. The Interpretation of Dreams, published on November 4, 1899, was one of Freud's major works which introduced the subject of unconscious with respect to the analysis of dreams. The Psychopathology of Everyday Life was published in 1901. It is regarded as one of his significant works because it laid the basis for one of his most important theories, psychoanalysis. His paper, The Ego, it outlined the theories of the psychodynamics of the id, ego, and superego. This 3-way account of the human mind furthered the development of psychoanalysis and was published on April 24, 1923. Considered one of his most influential works, The Ego and the Id laid the foundation for all of his future works and ideas. Here are some words we might have to hear. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. Religious doctrines are all illusions. They do not admit of proof, and no one can be compelled to consider them as true or to believe in them. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. In the depths of my heart, I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. No, our science is no illusion, but an illusion it would be to suppose that what science cannot give us we can get elsewhere. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? The madman is a dreamer awake. Religion is an illusion, and it derives its strength from the fact that it falls in with our instinctual desires. Where the questions of religion are concerned, people are guilty of every possible kind of insincerity and intellectual misdemeanor. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. Duty has no obvious use, nor is there any clear cultural necessity for it, yet civilization could not do without it. The intention that man should be happy is not in the plan of creation. Neurotics complain of their illness, but they make the most of it, and when it comes to taking it away from them, they will defend it like a lioness her young. What progress we are making! In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. Where it is, there shall ego be. The more the fruits of knowledge become accessible to men, the more widespread is the decline of religious belief. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. The creative writer does the same as the child at play. He creates a world of fantasy, which he takes very seriously. Poets are masters of us ordinary men in knowledge of the mind, because they drink at streams which we have not yet made accessible to science. The ego is not master in its own house. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. A religion, even if it calls itself a religion of love, must be hard and unloving to those who do not belong to it. In 1923, he discovered that he had developed cancer in his jaw, which is believed to have been caused by his love for cigars. He had to endure 33 painful surgeries in an attempt to remove the cancer. He used cocaine regularly and believed that it reduced mental and physical problems. He frequently suffered from bouts of depression, migraine, and nasal inflammation, which he combated by using cocaine. He passed away in London on the 23rd of September 1939 after being administered doses of morphine, thus putting an end to his pain and suffering. 3 days after his death, his body was cremated. His funeral was attended by many of his followers and fellow psychoanalysts. His works greatly influenced the 20th century studies related to philosophy, science, and literature. His famous psychoanalytical system dominated the field of psychotherapy in the early 20th century and continues to do so even today. His interpretation of dreams, ego psychology, and the study of linguistics laid the foundation for modern psychoanalytical study and research. Several experiments were carried out on Freud's theories, and his ideas were interpreted as both radical and forward by 50 years or more by modern-day scientists. Today, a number of awards, such as the International Sigmund Freud Award for Psychotherapy of the city Vienna and the Sigmund Freud Award, are given in his honor to worthy individuals for their contribution to psychology, literature, and science. That's a few things about Sigmund Freud. Hopefully we can take a positive value from his life. Thank you for listening, Reinverse Nation. May positive things always be with us. Don't forget to slap subscribe, comment, and share button, and follow Reinverse Nation's social media. See you. We will reinforce you later.